it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, I literally I opened up my Twitter, see replying to Polly Tacos. Do fucking what? Do fucking what?
That look.
Oh.
That look is a look that can only happen by a roaring fire.
Shut up. Yeah. Literally me seeing that shit. So apparently Gothix was with us yesterday. Gothix was in the channel, one of my 5 fucking viewers, watching me react to her video. Gothix was actually here yesterday. like, check it, okay? Right now, we've got 2 viewers. One of them could be you guys. You just never fucking know. LOL, that's weird as fuck. I don't know. I talked to a few people about it yesterday, and like everybody's kind of had that same reaction. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yo, if you're a content creator and that's your job, which that is obviously Gothix's job, it would behoove you to go on Twitch the day after you release a video that you know is going to be controversial. You know what I'm saying? Like a video that you know is going to get people mad. It's going to get people talking. It behooves you to go on Twitch the next day and to see what people are saying. Now, to go as far as to react, I don't know. Man, Gothix is way more fucking successful than me, so who the fuck am I to say what is appropriate internet behavior? You know, for like she obviously is doing like she's doing this job way better than me thus far, so I can't really talk a whole bunch of shit about who she chooses to respond to and not respond to. That being said, yo, this says no hate, just something to think about. Heart. This is like the closest to good faith that I think a response we could possibly get. Like this, I don't like. All right, so a lot of people have opinions about Gothix and whether or not she comes in good faith and whether or not she's a grifter. I mean, she fucking leans into it, right? Like she's got Gothix, the problematic grifter, is her Twitter handle for Christ's sake. Like she obviously is like leaning into and probably making some money off of people calling her a grifter, right? Like she cancel the culture, Jesus Christ. So like she's aware that people like have pinned that charge on her, but obviously like she's like picked it up and used it as, you know, she's made content out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's her Twitter handle. So whether or not you believe Gothix is a grifter, that's not for me to say. I actually get a little bit iffy about how many times people get called grifters on the internet because like everybody's just making content, right? Like we're all workers. We're all just like trying to make people like entertained and laugh or whatever or think or whatever. And to call somebody a grifter means that they have to like actively be saying shit that they don't believe in order to make money. I'm not completely convinced that Gothix doesn't believe the things that she says, right? I'm not completely convinced of that. I obviously disagree with the things that she says, but I'm not convinced that she's actually like straight up just talking some transphobic bullshit just for money. Like I think she's really trying to work out some of these issues, and as the enlightened centrist point of view, you know, like she's trying to kind of both sides it, you know, and one side happens to be fucking TERFs, right? So anyway, if you want my opinion on her original video, you can go check out her video. Actually, here, it's pretty easy to get to. I'll go ahead and link it in chat.
Some people say our trade-in process feels too easy.
If you would like to watch her video without me fucking yapping over it, there you go. Yeah. So, and my highlight is available like Actually, I'll link that too. Fuck it. Let's just link all the things, shall we? Hey, Aiko's on. How about that? Fucking A. Did she just come on? Oh.
It's
That's wild. All right. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. ADD strikes again. Okay. My channel. Give my channel. Twitch is so fucking weird when it comes to when it comes to VODs and like highlights and shit. Like, it's next to oh, can I not access my own? I can't get my own VODs. Well, that's poop. All right. Anyway, I'll you can find it. But anyway, in the highlight video, if you want to see what I said, you can go check my page. It's on there. It's 3 fucking hours long, but I had quite a bit to say about that video, right? So, what I'm going to do now is whether or not this is in good faith, who the fuck knows? But I am going to approach it as if it is, and I'm going to respond to it as if it is. I'm going to try to respond in the best good faith way that I can. I'm going to try to stop saying that fucking phrase, but I'm going to try to respond as honestly and as truthfully as I possibly can to what Gothix had to say about my video. I'm just honestly blown away that Gothix actually was one of the 5 people in my chat yesterday. That's or in my viewership yesterday. That's wild as fuck. But yeah. Also, I'd like to point out 377 views. Literally about 100 times people more, 100x more people saw this video than my stream. But like, I told my sister this yesterday, and she's convinced that Gothix is trying to platform me. She's legit, like, I can't get her off of it. She's like convinced that Gothix is trying to fucking platform me, which is really funny. But all right, so let's go ahead and turn off this music for a second. Let's hear what Gothix had to say about me.
My
oh, by the way, I am going to she knocks me down for constantly interrupting the video, so I am going to sit here and I'm going to let my ADD riddled ass not interrupt this video for 2 whole minutes. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. That is a challenge. I'm also going to come off camera because reasons, and I'm going to occupy my time with those 2 minutes. But I'm listening. I've already watched this video several fucking times over, obviously. All right.
Listen, I've been watching you react to my latest video for the entire time, pretty much. And, I have some concerns and observations that I wanted to share. And, I tried looking for your email, couldn't find it. And it looks like you have chat turned off for non-followers, and I didn't want to follow you on Twitch because I didn't want to freak you out as you seemed agitated as it was reacting to my stuff, so this is just going to have to suffice. But listen, my video is about 20 minutes long, and you've been reacting to it for, I want to say, an hour and a half. I have this typed out, by the way, because this was originally supposed to be an email. Is there any reason why you keep pausing the video to debunk or counter our arguments instead of just listening? If I were to equate this video to an in-person conversation, would I expect you to interrupt me, Marcus, or Miyoko every 5 minutes? It suggests that while you may be watching, you're not actually listening, because aren't the opinions and the experiences of Marcus and Miyoko valid? Also, you called Marcus a token. What do you mean by that? And isn't that in itself transphobic? Throughout the video, you falsely accused me and my guests of saying certain things. For example, at the end of the video, you said the following: "That's the trans agenda that we learned about in this video. It's that trans people want to exist and be safe." But I'm watching the same video as you, and I know for a fact I never said that. Why are you putting words in our mouths? We're saying one thing and you're hearing something else. Also, why are you laughing when my guests share their experiences? What's funny about that? Is it possible that you're disregarding Marcus and Miyoko's opinions because it contradicts your own beliefs? Would this mean that you will also discredit or claim token for any and all of the gay, lesbian, trans, etc. people in my comments section who share these same views? And by the way, not all of my viewers are Republican or on the right or conservative. I can appreciate that you're passionate about uplifting trans folks, but maybe it would be worthwhile to sit down and have a conversation with trans people on the other side instead of writing them off as bigots or tokens, because from an outside perspective, it's that exact behavior that's contributing to a polarized society more so than any of the things mentioned in my video.
All right. So that was something, wasn't it? That's wild as fuck. But the actual yeah, by the way, you should go follow me on Twitter if you haven't. Obviously, it's a place to be. Fuck. Sorry, I've got a fan going downstairs. And anybody who smokes around a fan knows the life. It's not easy. It's not an easy life to live. We good? We good. Okay. All right. So, all right. So, gonna go through the points from Gothix. Gonna go with what she said, point by point, and I'm gonna address it all. So, first of all, first thing I want to say before I say anything else,
and it looks like you have
is Gothix fucking wakes up like this, yo. Like, seriously. Like, I assume that she maybe did some stuff to her hair. But, like, for the most part, like, this is just natural Gothix in the wild. And, fuck, man, I look like a goddamn troll goblin when I get out of bed. Like, yes, not agreeing with her, polarizing, not wanting to listen without commenting on a reaction video is not fair. And this is just a damn whining session because someone didn't agree with her exactly what she is complaining about other people doing. Yeah. Sparklepox. That's a good point. I'm gonna yeah. I feel you. I feel you on that. That's an excellent point. So basically I want to say
reacting to my stuff, so this is just gonna have to suffice. Is there any reason why you keep pausing the video to debunk or counter our arguments?
Yes, there is a reason I did that. So basically, I don't know if, again, I'm assuming I'm going to approach this with complete, I'm going to approach this with honesty, and I'm going to approach this as if she is being honest as well, right? Intellectually honest as well. And if that's the case, then I will just explain that Twitch rewards long-form content. Okay? Twitch rewards people that can just talk a bunch of shit for hours and hours and hours. Okay? That's why a lot of Twitch streamers get canceled, is because it's really hard to fill the space without saying something really spicy. It's the point of a React video. Yeah. Sparklepox says it's the point of a React video. So, like, now, that it literally is an entire genre on Twitch to check out videos on YouTube, react to them, pause, refute points as they pop up. And we do this, like, instead of just sitting and listening to your arguments and sitting and listening to a whole video, because this isn't like, because Gothix tried to equate this to like a conversation, right? Like a conversation as if I'm talking to her, and that's not what's happening. When you consume a YouTube video, that's not a conversation. When you consume a YouTube video, that's a dictation. Like, yes, you can comment on it. Yes, I can stream it, whatever. But the format of YouTube is a dictation. Like, it's like basically watching a lecture from a fucking professor or something, right? I wouldn't have a conversation with her. Be nice, motherfucks. But like, uh, uh, so like, it's a dictation, right? It's not you're not openly having a dialogue with somebody over fucking YouTube. That's not how this like that's an illusion. It looks like that because if you full screen a fucking YouTube video, their person's face is like really close to how their face is like the actual proportions of their face. So like there's like some psychology to actually like what happens to your brain when you talk to a streamer or when you talk to a YouTube video or like when you engage with it. And that's, you know, I'm not smart enough in brain science to actually look into that, but I do see the similarities of like how your brain triggers when watching a YouTube video versus watching like a fucking movie, right? Like watching a YouTube video of just somebody talking does different things to your brain than watching like a TV show or a movie that's like highly produced. It triggers different things in your brain. So a lot of people think that consuming YouTube content is a conversation, or consuming Twitch even is a conversation. Twitch is a little bit closer because you can react in real time. You can chat with me in real time. Like we can respond to each other. But just watching a YouTube video is not a conversation. It's a dictation. So when you interrupt that video over like every 2 seconds to respond, that's just cutting up the dictation and responding to every single point individually, instead of having to go back and rewind and go over and try to remind the audience of the points you're responding to. You can respond to them in real time and, get your point out there. Also, it helps with like, as far as for me personally, that the ADD rearing its ugly head, I need to respond to that point immediately or else I'm going to fucking forget. And I think it's more entertaining that way too. Like I like listening to long form content and just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and then reacting afterwards. That's boring as shit. So, yeah, that's response number one. That's why it didn't seem like a conversation and that I wasn't trying to hear their shit, is because that's just how fucking Twitch works. At least that's my understanding of React videos on Twitch.
Instead of just listening. If I were to equate this video to an in-person conversation, would I expect you to interrupt me, Marcus, or Miyoko every 5 minutes? It suggests... Also, you called Marcus a token. What do you mean by that? And isn't that in itself transphobic? Throughout the video, you falsely accused me and my guests of saying certain things. For example, at the end of the video, you said the following: "That's the trans agenda that we learned about in this video. It's that trans people want to exist and be safe." But I'm watching...
True. Based. That was a very based thing I said. Pat ourselves on the back on that one. No. So just to elaborate, yeah, this is what fucking centrists like to do, and center-right people. That's what they like to do, is they like to say things that adhere to and actually favor conservatives in the right, but it's wrapped up in a certain type of language, or it's wrapped up in a rhetoric that makes it appear that it's not, it's straight down the middle, right? So... to steelman the argument, I will say this. To steelman the argument of Gothix's video, I didn't actually do that at any point in my 3 hours of talking shit, so here it is right now. Here's the steelman of Gothix's video. I'm going to sum it up for you right now. She is claiming that people who believe there are only two genders, okay? People who believe that there are only two genders are A, valid, B, deserve a seat at the table of conversation. Okay? All right? And their idea is, and that's it. That's the argument. That's as far as what I understand it. And if this is not the argument, I am grossly misunderstanding. But from what I gleaned from her video, it's that people who believe there are only two genders, believe in a gender binary, both are valid and deserve a seat at the table, Okay. And then also in the video, people who voted for Trump. So by extension, people who vote for politicians, that actively harm trans people, because Gothix never refuted that in the video. But she's saying just because you vote for a politician that actively harms people, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're transphobic or that you are actively harming trans people, right? That is, as far as I understand, the steel man of the Gothix video argument, okay? All right? Now, my spicy take, okay, my spicy extrapolation of that point is that if you believe that people who if you believe, I'm going to get my face back up on the screen for this because it's just paused. If you believe that there is a gender binary and you believe that that's refutable, okay, all right, then you believe that people who are non-binary don't exist, or at very best, their existence is debatable. Okay? Because you believe, not you've done some scientific fucking research or whatever, but I can't argue with the fucking belief, right? I can't say, oh, you believe in any religion or whatever. Like that's just like Christianity. I can't refute a belief in Jesus Christ, walk the earth and then walk the earth, died for sins, and rose again. Like I can't. If you believe that, I can't fucking refute that because that's a belief you hold. And if you believe, and that's the word used, if you believe that there are only two fucking genders, then that means, by literally just looking at that sentence, you believe there aren't other, like there aren't, that non-binary doesn't exist. That means that because you don't believe that binary is a valid gender, right? Or that any of the spectrum in between genders is a valid gender, right? That's why I said several times in my video that the trans agenda did Jesus things. Yes. Yeah, Jesus did the Jesus things. But that's why I said in my video that essentially her argument, taken to its logical conclusion, is that non-binary people don't exist. And if you believe that non-binary people either don't or shouldn't exist, that means that's an argument that we can't abide. Okay? Argument that states that states one of my friends doesn't exist is not fucking valid to me. Okay? Doesn't deserve a seat at the table, doesn't deserve shit. All right? At the absolute baseline of belief, of conversation, of debate, of coming to an understanding is to believe that reality is at least somewhat on the same track, right? And if you believe my friends don't exist, we can't have a debate or conversation, right? Like, because it's just like fucking, that's why people say you can't debate a Nazi. You can't debate people, like you can't debate like if you're a black person and you can't debate a full-on fucking racist, right? That believes that you're inferior. You can't convince them that you're not genetically inferior. They believe it, right? That's a belief. You can't dispute beliefs. You can dispute ideas. You can dispute fact based knowledge, but you can't fucking dispute beliefs. Okay? So, yeah, that's why that's why we basically came to extrapolated the point that we did from her video. Some of the smaller things, I'll call that one dude a token. I was on some shit. I don't know. That's kind of I need to. Yeah, maybe token's too spicy. Maybe, I don't fucking know. I think that it's It's a bit much. Like, me being a cis person, that's kind of fucked up, right? So I'll take that one on the chin. Sure. I'll take that L. But laughing at their fucking stories though, no, I stand behind that shit. That shit was fucking funny. Straight up, like, that one, Miyoko was like, trans people don't have it that hard. By the way, I was kicked out of my house at 14 and was homeless for like a lot of my life, and was only lifted up because I admittedly in her story was very lucky. She admitted in her story that she was extremely lucky. Like, without actually saying those words, she said things like, I had a really a judge that saw a lot in me, and some things happened in my life that were very positive, and like all this stuff, like she was lucky. And the capitalism is a goddamn giant slot machine, okay? And like, so to say to end her argument with you called them both token. It made sense. Yeah. I know. That's probably too spicy. I'll take that criticism on board. That's probably too spicy. I'm a fucking cis person. I don't need to be calling fucking trans people tokens. Like, I'll take that criticism on board. That's a legit criticism, but anyway, but what I was saying was that Miyoko, to go through her whole story about how she had the exact, like, stereotypical almost gay experience of getting kicked out of your fucking house for being who you are, but then was like actually like lucky in that she had some good things happen in her life that helped lift her up, to go to then turn around and say luck has nothing to fucking do with it. Yeah, that's a laughable point. Okay, that's laughable. All right, that was fucking funny. The other dude, Marcus, was just cracking me up because he was just straight up like, like, my friends are canceling me for being Republican, and it's like, that was fucking funny. I'm sorry, that was just fucking, like, those arguments are just funny to me. Like, people saying like I vote actively against my own interest and vote actively against the interest of people that are around me. Why are people so upset? Like, that's funny. That's fucking funny. We gotta laugh at that, right? Like you vote for a politician that actively wants to take rights away from you, and then are confused, like shocked Pikachu face when people like are mad about it. Like, come on. That's fucking funny. Come on. I think. Oh yes, the last thing I wanted to deal with. I wanted to address in this is that she knocked me down for reacting for an hour and a half. Truth be told, that was just cray. So yeah, she knocked me down for speaking for over an hour and a half on a 20-minute video. You underestimate my power. I spoke for 3 hours on a 20-minute video. But yeah, again, fucking long form content. That's what we do here. That's what you're rewarded for on Twitch, for sure. I've noticed it's really weird. Like, I've like prepared and like, because I can't fucking do YouTube. Okay, I can't do creating a video, editing it, getting all the lighting right, all that preparation shit, and then all of the after work, and then getting on it released and all of that on a regular schedule. I can't fucking handle that shit. Like, my brain just does not, it's not conducive with YouTube. But it's great for Twitch. I love being able to just throw on a camera and just start dictating, right? But like, just start talking, right? And like, people can like interact with me, and I can just publish the videos immediately. And if I want to do something with the VODs, I can. But for the most part, like, this is the best way I've found to just fucking make content, is just to like actually just turn it on and go. This works best for my brain. And I think but Twitch, like, like, what I've noticed is that I get rewarded with more viewers, more engagement, more anything, from doing longer content. Like, I usually don't even get a good, like Sparklepox is loyal as fuck. I have a few of my IRL friends that show up early most of the time, but I usually don't get cooking on viewers until, like, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours into my fucking stream. So it really does behoove me to have Gothic to, like, react to one video and have that one video be on my thumbnail for 2 damn hours, because, you know, it's that's the content, that's what gets the views, and also, like, I had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't fucking stretch by any means of the imagination. If anything, I I cut myself off there. Oh no, we made it all the way through the video. That's what happened. We made it all the way through the video. So yeah, that was the thing that happened yesterday. Holy fuck. Wild as shit, man. Yeah, that was wild. Gothix actually, one, was watching my stream, two, fucking reacted to it, did a video react, which got way more views than my stream, but you know, that's the way the internet goes. That's somebody who has way more influence than I do.